Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Red Raiders will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Pulls it, fired complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Caught near the sticks. It's McMillan. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Mills. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Husker. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you can tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give is to Williams. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving to change impossible. times, looking for a man. Fires to the big fella. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To throw again. Grab near the marker is Haas. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these 3rd downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the 1st down.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to pound it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They'll try to pass their way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Williams will pass. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Got him downfield. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Holy cow, how about that? You think he's going in for the score. It looks like he's going to... He fumbles the football. Who's going to get it? Johnny on the spot. The offense finds the football, lands on it, and gets the touchdown.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Huskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. with it. It's Hudson. Makes a move. He's got it out. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, no, no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Using his legs to buy some time. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Complete downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now on first down from the 40. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The give is to Williams. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And this one is perfect. And now they regain the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 14 to Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The Huskers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, you know, listen, they aren't as great as corners in coverage, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Making side adjustments here. Snap from the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. looking for a man. Bringing the heat. That's caught. It's Williams. Got room at the 35. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's McMillan. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. And the Huskers are in the hurry up. Back to throw. It's Raiola. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Misfired on first down. Back to the air on second. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's McMillan. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He might want another play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Hudson. On the move at the 30. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the tailback. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the change impossible. Williams will pass. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on his way. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, as you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
31, Nebraska, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Unloads it left. He's got an open man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Huskers in the hurry-up.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way.
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Snagged in the middle, it's McMillan.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits her.
Touchdown, Cornhusker! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and then put points on the board. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. Oh, they're after him. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Rodriguez. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Williams will pass. The screen, he's got wheels. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
Now, this is a receiving group that... is making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Joyner. That's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Gonna be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Grab behind the line. It's Mills. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. His tight end. The offense pops it up, and there he goes. Defense got it. They're on the run. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on burners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Fires to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Red Raiders are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. They've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the air, it's Raiola. Quarterback extends the play. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Husker. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into defense because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Joyner. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They finally make to stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Williams looking for a man. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Texas Tech, 45. Nebraska, 28.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a man, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get them all.
Makes a grab deep. Turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Scrambling away. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, complete. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Nebraska. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. He's going down.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab on the big throw. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Cornhusker! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. Bulldozes his way through. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.